Chris, you better not be in the woods reading comic books again. Get your ass in the house and do them dishes.
Alright guys, it's your boy CarolinaChris26. Alright guys, I'm your boy CarolinaChris26. This is my new comic book day, Comic Book Wednesday, comic book haul for July 31st, 2019. What? Come on now. I'm your boy. What's up? It's my stack. Very, very nice. Now I have very, very little to none DC. I have a pinch of Marvel, and the rest is indie. Now, don't be surprised. This indie stack is nothing quite like your boy Wolf Warner. Wolf Warner just so happens to be the indie king of YouTube. I mean, the guy's got indie comics that don't come out till 2021. I know how he does it. I mean, Wolf, I need your plug, bro. Can the rest of us get some? Come on, man. I ain't scared. I know you said if you're scared, I ain't scared. Now, I was scared of one book today. We'll talk about that here in a few. Guys, I'm going to show you my stack. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? You ready? Are you ready? Okay, everybody, we all ready. First up tonight, The Batman Who Laughs, issue 7. Yeah, I said issue 7. No, didn't I say issue 7? Yeah, get in the closet. Issue 7. Now, I know there was only supposed to be 6 issues in Batman Who Laughs, but they snuck a 7th issue on us, man. I mean, what are we supposed to do? So I'm going to show it to you guys. This issue is pretty darn sweet. It's actually the B cover. Cover art is by David Finch. Writer is Scott Snyder. It's pretty wicked cover. So we can give y'all, can y'all see it pretty good? Yeah. It's pretty wicked cover. I mean, I have not read it yet, so I can't tell you much about it. But, well, I mean, one thing I can tell you is it's issue 7 in what was initially supposed to be a 6-issue miniseries or a 6-issue series, but they snuck another issue on us. I mean, what can we do? It can be a gift or it's a curse. I mean, who knows until we read it. So, if you read it, let me know what you think. Drop in the comments. Last up on the bat for DC, I told you it was a short list, man. Didn't I say it was a short list? I did. Okay. I did say it was a short list. Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. Wow. Batman Last Night on Earth. Book 2. This is DC's Black Label. Yeah, brother. I actually picked up, this is the A cover. I actually have the B cover in my box at my shop. I put it there just in case I decide I want it later. And I'm pretty sure this book's not going to sell out, but yeah, cover art's by Greg Capullo, writer Scott Snyder. This is issue 2 of the 3-part arc of Scott Snyder's run on Batman. So, yeah, man, I can't wait to sit down and read it. I did enjoy issue 1. You know, I thought it was pretty good. Can't wait to sit down and knock this on out. It's pretty wicked. Yeah, I like the cover. Looks like you got the Scarecrow on the back of Bane. What's going on with that, huh? Let's get into that Marvel. Y'all ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? You ready? You ready? Okay. Alright guys, next up on that list of Marvel, we've got Thanos, number 4. This is the B cover, and it is the Carnageized variant. Now, I picked this issue up, unbeknownst to me. I didn't know it was in my box. When I got there, it was in my box. Not really a big fan of this Carnageized cover, to be honest with you. I mean, I've got some Venomized Thanos covers, and they look way more better than this. But, I mean, it is what it is, you know. So, we got Thanos Carnageized issue 4. The cover is by Shung Hang Yoon. Writer is Teeny Howard. Sorry, Shung Hang Yoon. Anyways, guys, I haven't read this yet, of course. I will be reading it. But yeah, I mean, look at Thanos' head. Looks kind of warped out. I mean, I guess that's what Carnage does to you. And I guess that's the symbiote all over him. I don't really know, but it looks like he's got chocolate syrup being poured all over him for some reason. I don't know, man. Just my opinion. I mean, what did y'all guys think about it? Do you like the cover? I mean, what's up? Next up, we got Jason Aaron's Conan the Barbarian. A cover. Issue 8. Now, I am a fan of this book here. I really do love this book. The cover is by Esad Ribic. Writer Jason Aaron, of course. I'm really into this book. I love this series. I love Conan the Barbarian. I love Conan, Savage Sword of Conan. I mean, I'm actually feeling both of the books, to be honest with you. That is a pretty decent cover. I mean, I like it. I mean, I like it when Alex Ross does covers, but, you know. Next, we got Venom 1 Annual. This is the first appearance or the origin of Lady Hellbender. Yeah, man. I read this issue tonight. She's pretty badass. For some reason, she likes to save monsters, and she collects them and puts them to the side. And after you read the first part of this book, there's like a little story at the end of this book that gives you a little bit of her history. You know, shows her when she was a kid, kind of why she has a fascination with monsters. And apparently in this book here, she tried to save Venom from Eddie, and then she kind of like acts like she has the hots for Eddie. You know, cartoon drawing wise, she looks kind of hot, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And she's a pretty tough chick, cause she gives Venom a run for his money, but she has these sonic gauntlets on her hand. You know, and you know symbiotes don't really like sound too much. So it's a solid book. The cover is by Wu Day Shim. Writer is Randy Caddy, I believe. C-A-D-Y, Caddy. Yeah, so pretty good issue. You know, it's a solid annual, to be honest with you. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it was pretty good. I mean, I don't know if it's setting up anything. It's just an annual, you know what I mean? Alright, guys, last up on the Marvel list, we have Marvel Powers of X. This is the C cover, and this is the connecting variant Mark Brooks cover. Now, there's like quite a few first appearances in this issue. Excuse me. Like I was saying, this is the Mark Brooks cover. Writers Jonathan Hickman. This is the first appearance of Cardinal. The first appearance of Rasputin 4, I believe. First appearance of Silobo, I believe how you say the name. And it's also the first appearance of Percival. So you got 4 first appearances in this issue. It's pretty solid. I mean, you got a lot of wicked characters on the cover there. And I can't wait to stick this next to the other issue and see what they look like connected to each other. I noticed a lot of people saying if you don't have a lot of knowledge on the X-Men, you can go into this book and read it. As long as you have a good idea about some of the characters. You don't got to know everything about the X-Men, but as long as you have a good idea about some of the characters, you can go into this story and you'll enjoy it. I was in my LCS today, and there was like some big X-Men fans in there. I mean, they knew everything, bro. I'm talking every freaking thing about the X-Men. I know what I know from coming up watching cartoons when I was a kid. And it's like they was having a conversation, and I'm like, you know, and one dude asked me my opinion. I was like, shit, bro. It's like y'all talking calculus over there, man, or trigonometry or some crazy crap. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all speaking a language I don't know at the moment. You know what I mean? So I said, look, man, I liked it. You know what I mean? I liked it. I liked the part with Magneto. You know, at the end, that last panel with Magneto. It's like Magneto was giving the Homo sapiens. It's like, look, we're gonna do our own thing. You know what I mean? Y'all can't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? We're about to build our own world or whatever, our own colony. We're gonna do our own thing. You know, y'all like it? Y'all do? Because if you don't, we don't care. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I got out of it. But yeah, I can't wait to read this issue, so maybe I'll get a little bit more understanding to it. But yeah. I was wondering where Professor X was, and I was asking, is that Professor X with the bowl on his head with the X on it? And the guy was like, yeah, no, they don't really say if he's Professor X, but they kind of like made a hint, because Professor X, the guy said something at the beginning, they're like, oh, that's only something Professor X would say. But if you look, you got Professor X sitting on a bench, and that helmet's under his bench. So obviously it's got to be Professor X, right? I figured it out. I cracked the code. Oh, shit. Alright, guys, and last up on my Marvel list, I'm sorry, I thought that was it, but I have one more. I didn't want to pull it up because it's no real big deal, but it's the True Believers #1. It's Carnage Mind Bomb. Now, I was not able to actually get the original Mind Bomb. I had a chance. A guy that I bought some books from on Instagram, Gills311, he had like 2 copies for like $50 one point, I believe. Dude, if you ever get a chance and you're looking for some great keys at a great deal, and like you got to get them graded yourself, but he has some of the books I've got have been excellent condition, you know. Like this Spawn newsstand, I bought it from him. I got it on a crazy deal, I can't remember. It's in excellent condition. I can't wait to get it graded. Anyways, he had a couple copies, and I almost had a chance to buy them, but they got bought real quick. So, Carnage Mind Bomb, True Believers, as close as I get, guys. Alright, now we're going into those indies, what y'all been waiting for. I can't wait to sit down and read. I've only read one tonight. First up the bat, we've got one that's 1 issue away from an independent milestone. This guy's been going hard. He's actually dude's a beast, man. He's got a comic book business. He actually makes toys and figures. He goes by the name of Todd McFarlane. You probably heard of him. He created a little character. Oh God, when was Spawn created? In the 90s, I believe. Anyways, he created a character by the name of Spawn, which I just dropped his name. Yeah, and Spawn is now about to hit 300 issues. Right now we're at 299, and yeah, bro, this is I got the A cover right here in front of me. Yep. Yeah, this cover's by Todd McFarlane, of course. Issue 300, man, they're gonna have some great covers. I think I'm gonna get the homage to Amazing Spider-Man 300, you know, to go with the one I already got. And I've already got the J. Scott Campbell, but I believe I might change that and get the Greg Capullo, which I'll have my choice when I go to my LCS on the day, because he'll have a couple copies to choose from. But yeah. Now, I don't know if the picture fading like that is the way the book's supposed to be, but this is the A cover. This is the B cover. Right here. We got Divergent B cover by McFarlane. And then we have the C cover. Now, something about this I noticed that's concerning me is if you can see, you see where it looked, I don't know if you can really see, but you see right here at the top, you see like something from through the book that's coming up on the front of the book. You know, it's coming through the front page. Right there, you see the line there. It looks really bad up close, but yeah, man, but still, dude, this is a key. This is the first appearance of Rapture. Yeah, and so regardless, you know, it is a key. So I hope you got yours, because I got mine. Next up, guys, I got a book that I had waited on. I picked up I put it on my pull list a while back. When I went to pick the book up today, I was very, very disappointed, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't have the other copy to show you, but it's by Antarctic Press. It's called Leave on the Light. Writer is Bradley Golden. Cover art is by Helmut Rancho. Helmut Rancho. Anyways, the cover's by Rancho, and the writer is Bradley Golden. Also, cover's also done by David Hutchison. So there's 2 guys that worked on the cover. This is the front cover, right? And this is the back cover. Now, you see, if you notice, The bottom of the front cover right there says $3.99, right? Now there's a B cover to this, and I read this book's pretty good. You got a guy that's going around killing kids. I believe the twist, spoiler, cover your ears for a second. I believe the spoiler is the guy who's cutting the people's heads off and killing the kids, he's a ghost. Because apparently the guy was killed, and he was on death row not long ago. They killed him, and the same guy's going around killing, but he shows up in this chick's back seat, and all of a sudden she's like, she looks back there, she can't see anything, but she felt the cold breeze on her neck. So apparently the guy's a ghost, and he's coming back and he's killing people again. So, but anyways, I hate to ruin that. Alright, spoilers over. The thing about this was the B cover, I guess it was supposed to be a foil cover, right? I go to pick the B cover up. I got the A and the B cover. I already put it on my pull list. I had my LCS pre-order me a copy. So I go to pick both copies up, and I got all my books laid out, and I'm tallying them up. I looked at the price on the B cover, and it says $9.99. But the B cover looks exactly like this. Front, back, pages, you know, there's nothing different about it. The B cover is exactly like the A cover. Nothing different. The only thing different is the title's in gold. Also, I picked up another book from Antarctic Press by the same writer. I've already have 2 copies of this. It's horror comics. It's a pretty good book about a guy that kills people, chops their bodies up, and mixes it with ice cream. Then he sells the ice cream. Kids on the neighborhood, moms, dads, whatever. Next up, we got IDW. This is a cover by Tim Seeley, writer Tim Seeley. It's called The Crow Hack and Slash. I picked up issue 1. Apparently I didn't put it on my pull list because when I went up there, it wasn't in my box. But yeah, I cannot wait to sit down and read issue 2. Issue 1 was okay, so there's probably a reason why I didn't put it on my pull list. But can't wait to, like that hair on his chest shaped like a crow. No, I'm joking. I don't know what it is. It might be hair. Next up on the IDW Soul Train, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 96. I got on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles train along with everybody else. Jesus Christ, bro. Everybody's going crazy over these books. And you know what, man? Like I say, man, I'm flipping some of my books. You know what I mean? Because I've already said it once. You can't take these books with you if you die. And nobody lives forever. So I ain't no way. I will sell, shoot. Yeah, I'll wait for the right time to sell some of my key books. The books you said you would never sell, if I got them, somebody offers me the right amount of money, that book is gone. Because I can find 2, 3, 4 more other books to take its place. You know what I mean? There's always some other key that you would want better than the one you got. I can promise you that. That's just my opinion. But guys, I got the A cover and the B cover. Sweet. Let's see. This is the A cover. Cover is by Dave Watcher, I believe. Writer is Kevin Eastman, of course. Yeah, I got the A cover right here. Cover art is by Dave. Dave, how you say his last name? Dave Watcher or Watchter or however you say his name. Writer is Tom Waltz. Believe it or not, I had a friend of mine at my LCS. It's my daughter's uncle. He told me, he says he ordered 20 copies of this just so he could get the incentive. Now, I'm pretty sure, because he flips books too. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to flip them, but I don't know, man. It's like I heard all these books are great keys to get. Now, the one I've heard that everybody needs to look out for is issue 97. That's when she gets the bandana. And I've ordered quite a few copies of that myself. I just hope I get them. Now I have, I believe this is the B cover. This cover is by Kevin Eastman, writer Tom Waltz. I actually have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 1, CGC 9.8, signed by Kevin Eastman and remarked by Kevin Eastman. I don't know if it's off the same volume as this. I'm not really sure. I got it, I want to say, I got the book maybe like 2 years ago. So, and I'm not a big, huge Turtle fan, you know what I mean, Turtle reader. But If it's off the same volume as this, shit, I might be able to catch a pretty penny for that. Because I had it up on my eBay, but I took it down because I ain't been getting no bites on it lately. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. Oh, also, I've got 4 copies. I got these 2. So I picked up 4 copies of this myself. I was able to pick up 4 copies of issue 96 myself. So that'll be going in the post on Instagram for Multiple Comic Monday. Next up on the IDW Love Train, the Love Train, we got Kanto, issue 1, second print. Now, I pre-ordered like 8 copies of this issue. You know what I mean? So I picked these up on my LCS just because. Why did I get 8 copies? Well, that might have been stupid, but I mean, like finding the first print's almost. Well, I mean, you can find it, but I don't want to pay that high price. And I got 8 copies of this at cost. So I got them, and I'm gonna put them to the side. And who knows, down the road, I might be able to, flip them and make twice my money, or I might be able to make a pretty penny. Who knows? I got them just because. I mean, it's better safe than sorry, as I always say. You know what I mean? This cover is by Vittorio Astone. Vittorio Astone. Writer is David M. Booher. 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 Yeah. So I will have 10 copies of this. And you know what, guys? One of these are going in the giveaway. Yep. I know I've been talking about this giveaway. For a minute, guys, but I'm telling you, it's going down. I have got a box of CGC books, and if those are the books that I got from Heroes Con, and if one of those, I got 8 or 9 books signed by Jenny Frizen. One of those books is going to go in the giveaway as well, along with one of my Spawn #1 graded copies. So those are definitely going in the giveaway. I'm going to try to make this giveaway sweet, guys. I'm going to give y'all something to talk about. Next up on the list, we got Dark Horse's Manor Black #1. Wow, this is a pretty wicked cover, man. I actually like this. It's written by Cullen Bunn and Brian Hurt. Cover art is by Dan Brereton. Brereton. Dude, I'm chopping y'all's names up, man, but I can't wait to sit down and give it a good once over. You know what I mean? No hot cover of the week, guys, tonight. If I had to give a hot cover of the week tonight, it'd probably be Kanto #1 second print. Dude, it'd probably be Leave on the Light. That cover with the hand over the mouth is freaky as hell. Powers of X definitely gets the hot cover of the week. Carnage's Thanos, not so much. Last up on the list, nothing special. I don't know how I end up grabbing 2 copies, but it's the second print, I believe, of The Walking Dead 193. I actually grabbed 2 copies of that for some reason. I don't really know how. I think I have 2 copies of the first print and a couple of the death of Rick Grimes. Let me sleep on it tonight, and I might throw one of these in the giveaway, guys. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to try to make this giveaway as worthy as possible, because I want y'all to spread the word. I'm trying to get them subscribers. Nah, I want to give back, man, and I want to, lessen up my load here. Guys, that is it. That is all I got. So I really appreciate you guys coming through. Be safe. God bless. And always remember to make comic book collecting fun again. Peace. I mean, I hear music in my head, you know what I mean? I ain't taking my medication today.
Comic book.
That don't sound like you mean. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna be funny, right? Yeah, I got to stand up right, make sure the camera gets the book and everything. Alright, I kind of disappeared, but you can see me?
Yeah.
Alright.
You ready?
Hey, Chris, you better not be in them woods reading comic books again. Get your ass in the house, do these dishes. Say it loud, though. Loud.
Chris, you better not be in them woods reading comic books again. Get your ass in the house and do them dishes.
Crazy.